What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We are in Orlando this weekend. This is where Tim lives, and he got the lowdown on a really cool place called Pizza Extreme. It is a female-owned pizza place right here in Orlando. We're pretty excited to try some of their pies and have a chat with the owner. So stick around. It's going to be good. This is the kitchen. Hello. Now, AnnMarie, when did you start this place?
November 2001.
Oh, no kidding. So you guys have been open almost 20 years. Wow, that's awesome. Now, was there a lot of competition as far as pizza places go in this area? Besides the chains, obviously.
I wouldn't call it competition because we do things very differently.
Right.
I try to put out a good product at a reasonable price. So I'm not in business to rip off the tourists. So a lot of the places stick flyers under the hotel room doors. And they're just trying to make a quick buck.
I've seen those many times.
Yeah, and they're usually like really far. They're like sometimes they're all the way out to Kissimmee. Or they deliver from here all the way out to Kissimmee.
Gotcha.
And charge outrageous fees.
So did you come up with your own menu? Do you have a background in culinary or just pizza? Really? What got you into it?
I waitressed in a pizzeria all through high school, and my first husband, his whole family were in pizza businesses, and we started this place together.
Gotcha. Okay, that's really cool.
The marriage didn't work out, so I bought out and shared the business.
That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you. So what is your, when you create new pizzas very often, or you try to stick to other quality?
Not so much. People are generally creatures of habit. They always order steak.
Especially with pizza.
So our biggest thing is we try to have very little waste. So we use the same chicken we cook our own chicken with tenderloins, and then we season them ourselves and we shred them. And so we use that for pizza topping. We use it in pasta. We use it for the flatbread, the salmon. So we have very little waste.
Okay, that's great.
And
that's really
what I try for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
That is excellent. Well, what is your favorite? Like, do you like to eat pizza, or do you make it so much you don't even like to deal with it?
I don't eat pizza that often. My favorite is the Brazilian, which I'm going to make for you. That's my favorite pizza. It is the best flavor. I eat a lot of salad because I get up a lot because I don't eat acidic meat, so that way my food doesn't get cold. It starts out that way.
Very smart idea.
So this is our personal size, which is 10 inches. I'm going to go ahead and make the Brazilian for you, which is one of my favorites. It's different. This recipe actually came from one of my delivery drivers who was from Brazil.
Oh, really?
So he took ingredients that we had on the menu and made what was closest to the Brazilian style of pizza that they use. So
Very cool.
it's interesting.
The chorizo right away got my attention.
Yeah, so the chorizo we use is actually a Mexican chorizo. That's like a pinched. We're getting low on it because that's one of the things that's getting hard to find as well. But it's really a great pizza. And you asked about what pizza I like. I don't really like red sauce necessarily on pizza. It's not my favorite, so that's why I like this one because it's a garlic and olive oil base.
It's so ironic because you have some of the best.
So our sauce is good, I know, but it's, I've never been.
I do love the whole garlic, olive oil, garlic, or whatever. Yeah, that's.
I've just never been really big on red sauce.
Sure.
So, and we weigh all of our cheese because that's one of the places where the most food cost is. Plus, it's also really much better for consistency. A lot of problem, I think, is that you don't have consistency in restaurants. And at least this way, you know, it doesn't matter who's making the pizza, although Jen is pretty much only a pizza maker we have, you always have the same amount of cheese.
Yeah. So doing this for the last 20 years or so, especially being a female in a very male-dominated environment, I'm assuming that's come with some challenges.
It has. I have a mostly all-female staff. Men just, I think that it's hard for them to take direction from a female in some instances. Some of them just, they honestly, a lot of the males who we've had come through here, they just really, I think it was hard for them. Jen is very, very good at her job and she's very fast, and I think they felt intimidated by that. I also feel like they feel intimidated by having a female boss. And especially in this industry, like most of the pizza places are owned by males, and God, it's not as common as what it used to be. But I used to get people, they would come in and they'd be like, "May I speak to the owner? Is he available?"
Right.
And I would just be like, "No, he's not." And they'd be like, "Well, when can I speak to him?" And I'm like, "Well, you can't, because he's a she and I'm her, and you know, I'm just."
Now I don't like you.
And now I'm just not interested in doing business with you. So. But I'm very lucky. I've got great customers, I've got great employees, and I've got, I treat people the way I'd like to be treated. So the majority of my food purveyors, the guys who deliver our food, they're all very good to me. But I try to be good to them. I treat people the way I'd like to be treated. I always ask them if they'd like a drink, or, you know, and things go wrong, and I try to not get too down on them, especially right now. None of the food people, they don't have, you can't get drivers, you can't get, so we're having a real tough time getting our food delivered. But yeah, as far as being a female, like I said, the hardest thing I have is keeping, you know, like David's been with me forever, but I have very few male employees. I think I have 2. So that is the Brazilian. I gave you a little bit of extra egg just because I don't feel like, and now I just gotta wash the egg. So give me 5 seconds, wash the egg off my hand, and now we're gonna make Tim's favorite pizza, the traditional pepperoni and extra cheese. So.
Every time I come and pick up, they're like, "Oh, hi Tim," but it'll be ready in 15. All right, cool.
Yeah, it is. That's what I said. I said we are lucky. We've got really great customers, so, and a lot of regulars, so that works out well, and that helped us through the pandemic tremendously, because we modified our hours a lot, and
Were you guys able to transition to just takeout for the time that was necessary?
Yeah, that wasn't really an issue to just take out and delivery. The issue was the fact that the majority of our business is corporate, Tuesday through Friday, and everyone was working from home, and then the tourists, and there weren't any. So
That's true, 'cause I guess I would just, being a noob, I would just assume most of your business was tourism.
it's not all
That's what it is, but
right. It did, but then again, all of the businesses in the area, most of them were working. Luckily, they were still building the dockside, which is one of the Universal's newer resorts behind us. So all of the construction guys were still working.
okay.
So we did all right with them, but
Good to hear at least a successful, not only to get through, but it wasn't the stress monster that a lot of people have had to go through.
it was, and I mean, like my father raised me, was completely nuts, and was an old school Sicilian, and so he was always, save your money, you don't know what's going to happen. And I've had so many setbacks in this business, like the 2008 housing market crash hit us hard, because that just basically put a lot into a downturn, so that was tough. Getting divorced, you know, while running a business, and then buying him out was tough. And so yeah, I've had a lot of setbacks. So yeah, when I started to make money in this business, I did start saving all of it. So calzone gets ricotta, mozzarella, and whatever topping you choose. I already got a marinara. I don't know if you saw it, babe. All right. So unlike traditional pizzerias, like we don't fry anything. Like our wings are all oven baked, and our wings we cook from raw. We bake them in the oven. We hold them at temperature, and then we cook them in these black pans over here.
Okay.
And all we cook them in is their own chicken grease, basically. And those pans are like so seasoned. You're the best thing on two legs, sir. Thank you. Those things are so seasoned that they're amazing. Sorry.
All right, time to try this cheesy bread and sauce.
Sauce is good. That's good sweet sauce.
That is good sweet.
Yeah.
It's got that.
Honestly,
good
it's very
garlic and
similar
sweet.
to that one that we love so much in Pittsburgh.
Minios. You know, it is. If you'd like to check out our Minios vlog, I got 2 of them because Minios is awesome. I'll link them right up here. Get it. It is very similar. Very good. Numbers. I don't know what it is about cheesy garlic bread. I'm certain it's an American invention.
It's so basic, but it's so
But
good.
it's amazing. And it's universal. Who doesn't love it? Well, lactose intolerant people, but other than them. This looks absolutely spectacular. And it is. Oh man. The crust of the bread's nice and crunchy. You got the melted mozzarella. Oh, the drizzles really set that off. Super fresh. That is really good. There's tomatoes, onions. That's delicious. I'm gonna put some more tomatoes on it. So this is the Brazilian. Got green peppers, red onions, eggs, chorizo, ham, black olives, plum tomatoes, mozzarella, and garlic oil crust. Wow, that's really unique. Oh man. That's really good. I was a little skeptical about the eggs, but the egg tastes really good with it. And the chorizo's dynamite. Crust has great char. I always appreciate great char. Oh man. That was fabulous.
Good. The flavor is what I like. It's got a lot.
I was so glad you suggested that because I had like a mental thing about like, oh, eggs on pizza, I'll avoid that. Even though I've eaten breakfast pizzas, but I wouldn't have thought to order something like that. And the eggs work great on it.
The flavor.
It's delicious.
Yeah. It's got a lot of good flavor.
It really does.
Also really helps
It-
with-
it does.
You don't like everything on that one. I
Yeah,
think,
you do.
because that one really is good.
Yeah, I don't think you could get it without certain things. I think it really worked well together. And the garlic and the olive oil on it are just.
It's good. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's delicious. That's fabulous.
I said here, how much you call? I said,
Fabulous.
a treat, like how much trust.
Oh, that's so good. That was excellent. Yeah, that was excellent. Excellent. Everything I had was fantastic. I'm very much looking forward to leftovers tomorrow. Like, I will eat 2 meals out of the rest of this. And a snack. Or just continuously eat until it's gone. It might be that too.
You asked how difficult it was as a female owning a business, and I had a guy who put a review, I don't know if it was Yelp or Google, but basically he came in and saw all females working, and he was like, well, he's like, I know it's a female-owned business, but does she only hire females? And what made me laugh is if the man walked into a male-owned business and only saw men, would he think anything of it?
No, it would have never.
No,
even
he
come up.
probably wouldn't have. So, and that one, I was just
That's
kind
a
of like,
review, literally, someone took
And
the
it-
time to write that out.
again, and if that's a review and that's your biggest concern about a place is that it's a female-owned business and it has all females working, yeah, I know. It was,
Yeah, would you leave that same review about Hooters?
again, would you leave that same review about a male-owned business that had all men working?
Wow.
And we do have men here, but we keep them in the back. No, I'm just
Right.
kidding. We don't.
Downstairs, you guys load in the flour.
Yeah, it is very interesting though, the things that people do end up saying.
Wait, I would
so.
never even think about it, but yeah, people like that. They
That's
can't
what you get.
past it. Just
Nope.
like, well, I'm not even
No,
here.
that's what happens. It was, yeah. The majority, like I said, I have really great customers, so I'm lucky. And I have a good staff, so, and I've kept them through the pandemic. Yeah. We're good. You know what?
20 years, I think she's a staple now.
We're gonna waddle out of here because we are absolutely stuffed. Come see him right here at Pizza Extreme. You will not be disappointed. Do it.